name is Steffi Hugo. Happy Friday, and thanks for joining our perennial discussions. Today, I'm going to talk about our must-have perennials. Syngenta Flowers has a wide range of summer perennials for your programs. What's great about this year's cast? It's in the summertime. We don't get to show you a lot of our summer perennial varieties, and now we actually do. So let's get started to some great first-year flowering perennial options. First one I have up, Achillea Desert Eve. There's 4 great colors: red, terracotta, deep rose, and right here we have the yellow. This one's a really great standout option. Great upright habit, full rosette leaf base, programming options from spring until fall. Next one up, Campanula Cariboo Forte Blue. Flowers earlier than other interspecific varieties. Really strong upright habit with large blue flowers. This is one of the best for gallon-sized containers. Next up, Gaillardia Barbican. This is my one absolute favorite. Right here in front of me is the yellow red ring. Super great color, nice, bright, great mounding habit, really a favorite for many growers. Right behind it, it's the red. Same great mounding habit, great red color, and tons of blooms to follow. Next up, Sunrita. There's 4 colors in this series: burgundy, golden yellow, red yellow tip, and yellow red ring. And here we have 2 examples of these guys right over here. Really great stuff. Large, bright colored blooms, a good size habit, they're heat loving, and they're drought tolerant. I mean, these are great for 2.5 quart and even some larger containers too. Helenium HayDay. These are brightly colored blooms, great from summer until fall. Now remember, these are going to be a 12-hour day length to get these blooms going. They're densely branched with a really great controlled habit. You can see up top here, this is the HayDay Golden Bicolor. Now, in total of the colors, there's 2 bicolors and 3 solid colors. Tons of blooms for these guys. Next up, we have the Lavender Aromatico Blue Improved. You see these scattered throughout the table here. Really nice, bright, fresh. This English lavender has a great full habit and blooms to match. And it's easy to program spring till fall. Next up, we have the Lavender Stochas Violetta Purple XL. This one right here, large flower with the flag to match it with a really robust habit. It's early to flower and is a really great showstopper. I think this is ideally suited for your quart and 1.5 gallon containers. Then we have Salvia Superba Bordeaux. Great upright branching and flowers to match. There's 5 colors in these series. So we have 1 and 2 of them just here for your reference: compact sky blue, deep blue, rose, steel blue, and white. Now these are great to program spring to summer and really have some strong garden performance. Now, off to my colleague Mike Fischer to share technical information on unrooted cuttings versus callus cuttings.
Thank you, Steffi. My name's Mike Fischer. I'm part of the technical service team, and I'm here today to talk to you about perennial unrooted cuttings versus callus cuttings. And this is a really exciting new product offered from the Danzinger's ThinkPlants stock farm. It's a process that you're all familiar with: geraniums, callusing of cuttings. This is a process that's helped to speed the rooting of the cuttings and also help with difficult to root cuttings. You can see from the photo in the slide that how much faster you can get a rooted liner, 2 weeks faster after stick versus typical unroot. So the callus cuttings are going to be 1 week faster than the unrooted cutting, and you're going to see better quality of that cutting when it arrives. More leaves, darker tone, just from that extra time at the farm while it was developing the root initials. Quick tip is that when you start, you're going to need to start fertilizing those CCs versus a URC faster, because they start pushing out roots sooner in the rooting process. So this new product gives you some possibilities that you didn't have with the traditional URC. One thought is landscape packs. We've tried it here in Gilroy and found that it worked really well. You get quick rooting, faster fill for pre-finished pots and buds with buds. Excellent rooting to the bottom of the pack, high leaf number count just after 2 weeks from direct stick, and a finished product in 8 to 10 weeks. This slide you can see some samples from that trial. 2 weeks after rooting, you can see that, or after sticking, you can see that they're already rooted to the bottom of the cell. 4 weeks, really starting to develop a good root structure. Then after 10 weeks, you're ready to go into the ground. Really well-rooted plug, perfect for landscape. We tried it also with the Western Star Taurus. Worked well for the entire Western Star series. Again, by 8 weeks, you have a rooted liner that's ready to go into the landscape. And then just some more examples of the direct stick option in a 306 pack. So another thought process is direct sticking into a larger cell, say a 21, and then using that to jump into your gallon-sized container for a quicker finish. Or like I said earlier, going directly into the landscape. So for even larger containers, like a gallon or beyond, you can take these direct stick cuttings and have a quick liner and then a really fast finish after transplant. So there's other options, other available cuttings available from the Danziger farm in Guatemala. There's a complete lineup, some, like I said, of varieties that are difficult to root, difficult to handle in propagation, but all will give you a faster rooting time, improved quality, and greater success. Please join my friend Matt Blanchard tomorrow at 10 o'clock as he talks about the Syngenta Flowers geranium lineup.
Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for joining our perennial talks. My name is Steffi Hugo and I am here with my colleague Mike Fischer.
Hi everybody. Looks like we have a question that came in. Steffi, what's the hardiness zone for Platycota and Twinkle Blue?
Well, it's from zone 3 to 9, and I have to say, being in Florida, I saw this in Miami, looked great.
Yep.
Really held up to the heat, good.
The Twinkle White really made a great addition to that group.
Yeah, and some people even really like the blushing on the flower too.
Yep.
Looks like we got another one here. What's the difference between Sunrita and Barbican? And which one is better for the south? So two-part question here. Want to start off, Mike?
Sure. I've seen, well, I'll tackle which one's better for the south. I've seen them work both well in all regions, but Barbican is definitely a different plant than Sunrita. You know, it's lower growing, it's a little more spreading. Sunrita's more upright. So I think that's some of the main differences and some of the better, you know, which one's better for the south? I think they're both good.
I think they're both good too. And I think between the both of us, we really enjoyed growing Barbican.
Yep.
We think it's awesome. And definitely Sunrita has a bigger flower, bigger habit. So you have the versatility of the Barbican being short, stout, compact mounding, plenty of buds, plenty of flowers to follow. And Sunrita gives you another great option too if you need it for a larger container.
And more colors to choose from.
Exactly, since there's 4 colors there.
Yep.
Okay, next one up here. I struggle with propagating Spanish lavender. What are my options? Please help.
With an exclamation point.
Yeah, wow.
So I think there's a couple, actually 2 options that you could go with.
Sure.
If you want to keep going with URCs and vegetative propagation, you can look to ordering in callus cuttings like we spoke about in the webinar. That will give you a quicker rooting time. The cuttings come in a little bit hardier.
Yep.
And I think that helps lessen the time under mist and may help.
Helps it even with transport too, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But if you want to get away from vegetative propagation altogether, there's an option here sitting right next to me.
It's one of our favorites, really.
It's a seed-propagated Spanish lavender, Stochas type. It's Violetta XL.
Yes, one of our favorites. Again, seen this in the heat. It blooms early, huge, huge flower, great big flag on it. So I think this is a real winner. and 90+% germination and propagation. So that is a huge one.
Yeah, tons of branching, no need to pinch. I mean, it's just real easy.
Yeah, but watch for the vigor because it is great for gallon container and larger. So that's a good point to bring up.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay, next up we have, what leucanthemum do you recommend for summer programs? And second part is there one that has better rooting capabilities? Mike, you want to start with one of your favorites since there's 4 to choose from?
Yeah, there's a lot to choose from, but I think one that will work well in summer for everybody would be Leucanthemum Western Star Taurus.
Okay.
I think a nice large leaf, big flowers, kind of versatility is good, can go 2.5 quart up to 1.5 gallons.
Okay.
So that's my favorite.
Yeah, I would have to say Libra is probably one of mine. It's the closest related to Becky,
right.
And has that stereotypical perennial look to it.
Yeah.
So everyone always wants that English garden feel,
right.
And this might be a perfect option too.
And if you're in the summer, you need that little extra vigor, you're going to get it from Libra.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Good stuff. And what's new and exciting for summer perennials? Well, I think I'll start this one off because it's sitting right in between us here. Right. This one's Helenium HayDay. There's 5 colors, and there are 2 bicolors and 3 solid colors. So plenty of options I think you can go with here and play with it. I think this one's one of my favorites. Mike, I don't know if you have a favorite too.
I mean, for any grower that's tried to tackle Helenium before, I mean, it's huge. It's usually a big plant. It likes to wait until a super long day before it comes into flower.
Yep.
Now you've got something that's just short in stature to begin with.
Yes.
With so many flowers that it just keeps going for the consumer. So definitely a great new summer perennial.
Really nice mounded habit for sure, and holds up to some great summer heat.
Right.
And
plays well with others. I mean, we've got a nice combination.
Another one
that
too.
Worked out really well. So definitely good class.
Very good. Yeah. Okay, we have another one here. Do you have scheduling information for these perennial varieties mentioned? Well, yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
You need to go to our new catalog. I think there's tons of answers in there. Look for it on the website. I think you can click into that, but also reach out to your broker if you're interested. In the back, there's some great scheduling help tools, tell you bloom times, container sizes, just help you with deciding what will work best in your programs.
Yep. All right. Okay. And next one up here is, what is your favorite lavender?
All depends on what you're doing.
Yeah,
Are you talking Stochas or English? I think for Aromatico, my favorite is, or not Aromatico, I guess would be my
exactly.
favorite.
Yeah.
And then Javelin Forte
is your purple personal favorite. Okay, very good. I guess for me, the Violetta XL is definitely a real winner. I really enjoy this. Huge flower, huge flag on it. And for an English style, I think the Aromatico would probably be my favorite too. It's just so easy.
Right, it works well, it takes heat. I think it's just a good, simple plant to choose.
Perfect.
All right, what's the difference between Javelin Forte Purple and Violetta XL Purple?
Well, I think that's an easy one.
Pretty easy. I think it's either you're looking at vegetative propagation or seed. As far as flag size, and flower size and count, it's going to be pretty similar. But the Javelin maybe bloom a little bit later into the season.
Sure.
So.
And Javelin has 3 colors to choose from.
That's true. Yep.
So I think that's a great versatility aspect.
Yep.
All right, well, it looks like we are full and out of questions here, but appreciate you joining Mike and myself, and glad to share some perennial information with you guys here today.
Glad we could share CAST with everyone out there.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Well, thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you on our next webinar. Thanks, guys.